I know these individual accolades are so much better when they come in wins, but here you are getting your first career triple-double in a game where Spo said everything felt like what you were doing was with force, and it showed tonight, didn't it?
Yeah, I just try to go out there and do what I can to help the team win. And today, there's a little bit of everything. Try to facilitate as best I can. I know on the defensive end, getting rebounds was a big emphasis for us. So, just trying to do all those little things to try to get this one tonight.
Once you guys had it at 17 with about 8:0 whatever to go, what became the biggest challenge in trying to hold them off in regulation?
We really just, struggled to get stops down the stretch. They got some second chance opportunities that were big for them. That's when you don't do that, it causes for some trouble down the stretch. And, obviously that's what happened.
You push each other in single overtime, and then you get to the double overtime, and then DeRozan does what DeRozan does. It has to be challenging when a guy's been doing that for almost 20 years. That's literally his game, outside of knocking down that three, of course.
Yeah, he's a great closer. You give a guy that many opportunities. The game should have been over on, those free throws that I had. But unfortunately, they didn't go in and try to push the game to double overtime. I was really proud of how we all fought, even through, those toughest times. And, unfortunately, we didn't get one today.
Keon Nelson was pretty much all over the court, on the defensive end. What did you see with him out there playing?
He was doing a little bit of everything, being as disruptive as he can be.
Coach mentioned that today had all of the effort plays on both ends of the floor that you need for a win, and it even hurts even more because of the intentionality in that space for you all. Do you feel that in the room?
Definitely. I think, this group, this was a win that we definitely needed. With that being said, this is a quick turnaround. We got another one tomorrow, so we're going to take this and roll with it. I thought we did a lot of great things. Unfortunately, we didn't get the win, but this is something we can definitely build on going into tomorrow.
Thank you, Ben. Bam, it's 8+ change on the clock. You guys are up 17 in the fourth quarter. What became the most challenging things during that stretch to just lock them down and try to get out of here with the win in regulation?
Offensive rebounding. I feel like that was the deciding factor in the game. We cut off half of that offensive rebound, second chance points, so we win the game by double digits.
You end up getting to the first overtime, and it's a push. In the second overtime, DeRozan finds his space, even knocking down a three. That's what he's been doing for, almost 20 years in this league. So how challenging does it become when a guy like that gets rolling in his space?
You understand what type of player he is. When you see a couple go through the rim, that's when the vast starts to become the ocean, and he made big shots tonight.
Spell mentioned that it was the right intention and the right effort all night long. And when you have a loss on the other side of that, what's the key to picking it up and getting right back to it with the right frame of mind?
We got a game tomorrow. Biggest thing for us is try to find that same energy, that same effort, and then, that's one thing about it. You put all that into it, and it's not guaranteeing a win. But tomorrow, I feel like we bounce back with that same energy. We could get a win.
You could tell during Spell's press conference the level of energy he was having, and led him to that ideal that he puts out a lot, which is a breakthrough is that close away. And how much does this group need it right now?
Tomorrow. Breakthrough tomorrow, then your body starts feeling better, then you start times that by 15, and you can go on the roll, and we can run off this road trip.
Thank you. Appreciate it. As you guys had that wonderful third quarter, as you got into the fourth, what became the challenge of trying to just hold the Kings back and get out of here with the win in regulation?
Kudos to them. I thought they definitely ramped up the pressure on defense, making things, tough on us, taking us out of our offense. So they did a good job.
After you guys both scored 10 points in that first overtime, they go to DeRozan over and over, and he's a master at what he does. I imagine that becomes the challenge within itself.
He's a great scorer in this league, veteran. He's been in a lot of close games at the end where he's had to finish, and he made a couple tough shots.
How tough is this when it felt like throughout the game you guys were giving the energy that you needed on both ends of the floor to walk out of here with a victory, yet that's not the way you're walking out.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows, how hard it is to get a win in this league, especially on the road, and we were doing all the right things on both ends, all the right intentions, playing hard. It was just not enough to finish.
Coach evoked the breakthrough word today. He said it's close, it's there. What tends to be that little bit that gets you over the hump and lets you start rolling?
Just keep finding ways to finish games, learning how to finish games with the young group that we have right now. I'm going to do better at that, throughout this road trip, just figuring out different ways to help the team finish down the stretch, and that'll be key for us. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Well, after the really decent third quarter, what was it in the fourth that you just needed more of, so it didn't even get to the
Just some more poise, offensively. We did so many great things to get up 17. And look, battling back, and even when they took the lead to get this thing to overtime, then the second overtime, there's so many just commendable competitive plays. We also have to make the right plays, and you're up 17. Have a little bit more poise, offensively. Just to make the defense work a little bit more, be a little bit stronger with the ball, really trust it in those possessions, and then you keep it a double-digit lead. And we kind of fueled them going the other way with some quick shots. You don't want to play prevent offense. I'm going to have to look at it, but I felt like we could have been a little bit more intentional, offensively. Then defensively, there's some good things, but then, whether man or zone, we just could not come up with the rebound to seal, stem the momentum, or to win the game. And I feel for the locker room. We really poured everything into this game. We did enough, to put ourselves in a position to win, and. Yeah, I can't even explain, but we're gonna continue to work, and find a breakthrough. There will be a breakthrough. We're going to learn, from these tough games. We've had some tough ones. We all feel it. Everybody in the locker room feels it. I feel it. And what you do is you go into it. You lean into the pain and really. Learn from these tough losses and fight for that breakthrough.
Did you get to look at that last, that 1.2 seconds at the end of regulation yet, where it looked like Ellis was either calling a timeout or he's out of bounds, but there was no call whatsoever, and therefore there's no opportunity to look at it for the officiating?
I have not. There's 3 to 4 things, but that's what we had enough opportunities that we didn't need to leave it to the officials. There were some swing calls, and even just that ball gets out of Jaime's hands 0.2 seconds faster, that game's over. But woulda, coulda, shoulda. We'll find a way to get better from this.
And then in that second overtime, obviously DeRozan just gets to what DeRozan does, and it becomes challenging. But you want your defense to contest as much as you possibly can, even when the guys roll.
H had some really good possessions, on him, and he's not, known as a three-point sticker, but in those moments of truth, he just knows how to make big shots. And he missed a couple, before that, so. That he's if he continues to get some looks, get some rhythm, he's going to keep on shooting them. And as we know, he's a professional scorer. He made some big ones.
Coach, Jaime Jaquez had 16 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists tonight. I think it was his first career triple-double. What did you see from him from an aggressive standpoint?
He was assertive. There was no question about it. He was assertive and is good on the other end too. The 5 steals. He did some really good things defensively, coming back to help. On different things in the zone. You get that kind of game, a triple-double, and the kind of defensive game we had. This was a game defensively I think was good enough to win. I don't know what the score was after. I forgot what it was after regulation. But this team has Sacramento been putting up a lot of points, and you get a triple double. You get stuff that Tyler did. You feel like you're walking out of this building with a win, and we couldn't seal it.
And then over the last several games, really, Tyler Herro's a lot of attention has been delegated to him defensively. Like, how do you think he's just progressed with that? Not even over the season, but over the last few seasons.
Yeah, that's that's the deal. And he's adapting to it well. The team is adapting, getting him in different situations. Where he's not just on the ball. They'll have to continue to get better with that too. Okay, thank you.